Violent Night is a brand new Christmas action comedy starring David Harbour as Santa Claus. In Violent Night, an elite team of mercenaries break into a family compound on Christmas Eve and they take everyone inside hostage. However, they aren't prepared for a surprise. Santa Claus is on the grounds and he's about to show why this Nick is no saint. That is just the Google description of the film. But Violent Night was a film I was really excited to see because David Harbour, I mean, he's so awesome in every single thing he does. Obviously, I love him in Stranger Things. He's been fun in the MCU. And now we have him playing a fun, drunk, kind of tired version of Santa Claus who has to kick some ass in this movie. So, yeah, this movie was awesome. It was a fun time. I really enjoyed it. Now, my theater experience was not the best, with some people behind me breathing extremely loudly and about 4 kids. I couldn't even tell how old they were. Their age range would have been crazy. It was probably like an 8-year age range, and they were talking through the entire movie basically until they left like an hour and 10 minutes into it, which I think is so stupid. You paid for the movie, why not just watch the whole thing, because it was good. But anyway, I really like this movie, and I really like it for multiple reasons. One, I feel like the rewatchability factor is going to be really high. Now, of course, I've only seen the film once, but there's so much about it that I want to go back and look on and be like, oh, there's this. And I'm not saying that this movie is full of surprises and twists and turns and all that. Like, there are definitely some plot points where I'm like, okay, yeah, I come to expect that. Yeah, Christmas, kind of all this stuff. And a lot of people are saying it's kind of a combination of Die Hard and Home Alone with David Harbour in there. And I mean, sure, you could definitely say that, but I don't mean that as a negative at all, because those are 2 of my favorite Christmas movies ever, obviously, because yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but also the action scenes are choreographed so well. That's something I noticed right away from the first kind of major action scene, like hand-to-hand combat scene. It was done mostly in one take, and this film doesn't hold back with the blood. There's lots of blood. It's not like insanely gruesome, but the film was called Violent Night, so you can expect what's here. And I just had so much fun with the action overall because it never really felt like I couldn't tell what was going on, no matter the lighting of the scene, because there's lots of shaky cam here, but it was used really well. And because some of this is in like a dark attic or a basement or something, some of it's outside in the snow, like all that kind of stuff, some of it's just in a regular massive living room or something like that. But I really enjoyed the way it was shot. And of course, David Harbour was a massive standout here. He was so good, because right from the opening you're like, okay, I can tell he's going to have a lot of fun here. The lines at times can be cheesy and kind of predictable with him and even with the bad guys. I mean, I do think there is a few too many references to Christmas and all those kind of jokes. But with David Harbour, I mean, while watching this movie, I was like, okay, he is having so much fun with scenes like this. I mean, there are so many times where he just gets to kick so much ass, as I said before, but other times where, of course, because it's a Christmas movie, there are some more wholesome moments, and I thought they landed. They weren't like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry or anything like that, because you could tell where they were leading to, but it was a nice touch that I expected to be in there, and I thought he did great for the entire thing. He pulled off all the comedy so well. That's something, I mean, we've always known that he's been really funny ever since the first season of Stranger Things, so it's done super well here, and his portrayal of Santa Claus is just so fun. Now, the other side characters, as good as some of the performances are, they're just the side characters in a David Harbour Christmas movie, and that's really all it is. They add in that whole story element of trying to bring family together and all this rich people, and the bad guys are trying to take them because they don't like that they're rich and stuff like that. You know what it is, but they are very shallow here, so when some of those emotional scenes happen, it doesn't impact you as much. But I didn't go into this movie expecting a super emotional one. I just went into it expecting to have fun, and I did. I think it's paced pretty well, although at the start of the second act, it did kind of reach a point where the film felt like it froze for like 10-15 minutes, where it's like, okay, we don't know what we're gonna do, but we want to make this longer than 90 minutes. I kind of felt that, and sometimes when it focuses on those side characters more so than David Harbour, it isn't as interesting, but all the action sequences are great. The writing is very funny, and it's just a very fun film all over. I feel like you should just go into this wanting to have a fun time, and that's when you'll really enjoy it. If you're going in expecting one of the best Christmas movies ever, you're not going to get it, because as much as they try for the heart, it isn't always there because of the somewhat lackluster side characters. They're not bad or anything, and like you understand, but again, sometimes when a villain will say something like explain something in the past, it'll be like, okay, yeah, I expected that. But I recommend everybody who likes action comedies and Christmas movies goes out and see this movie because it is so much fun. Violent Night is a bloody great time, with David Harbour having the time of his life. The fight choreography is so well done and helps cover for the less interesting side characters. I cannot wait to go back to this one next year. I'm going to give Violent Night a 4 out of 5. It was very well directed, it was written quite well. It's just one of those that's like, it's not the most original thing out there, but I just had so much fun. And I feel like I've been saying that in a lot of videos recently, but with a lot of these movies, I mean, I'm not going in expecting one of the best movies ever. I'm just going in, sitting in the theater, trying to ignore people around me and just, watching it up on the small screen that we had to watch it on, and just be like, okay, I just want to be in this world for an hour and 45 or 42 minutes, whatever it was. And that's what the film delivered on. And I was laughing throughout most of the movie, and I was actually laughing more than expected. But if you've seen the film, let me know what you think of it down below. Did you like it as much as me? Did you not like it? Did the characters kind of get in the way? Or did you just think David Harbour was the best thing ever? Because I get that for sure. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Over and out.